Hello, this is Pete, or Kenshin1913, along with
Mom.
And this is another Cooking with Kenshin1913. What are we making today?
Today we're going to make some roasted garlic. This is going to be kind of a quick segment. It takes a while for it to bake, but the outcome is great.
Vampires beware.
So the only ingredients you need are just actually three. Your garlic, which is the star of your show, some olive oil, and some salt. The other thing that you need is something to put your garlic in. And it's as easy as taking, I have a little tin dish here and tin foil. We're going to put our garlic in the middle of that and then close it all up so that it really steams. And I put it in this little tray just so that nothing will leak into the oven. Or you can actually have your own garlic roaster. And what you do is you put your garlic in here, you put the cover on it, and then let that bake. Okay, so in the store you're going to want to look for garlic that is a little bit bigger. They come in all different sizes. There's also an elephant one that's actually big. You could use that as well. But you want to make sure you're checking your garlic so that you're going around and all your heads inside here are not mushy or soft. So we use a lot of garlic in this house, so I always have extra. And these are a medium size. Usually it's about this size that you want, okay? And very simple, you're going to cut off the top here. So that you're exposing your garlic. You could take a little bit of the extra paper that's on there off as well. So we're just peeling it back a little bit. And this roasted garlic is good for anything. You could put it on bread to make garlic bread. You could put it in different dishes that you have. So it's lovely.
Yeah, we'll show you how to do garlic bread with this roasted
so
garlic.
We're putting that in there. Now you could really put two of them in here if you'd like. We decided to put two in this here, one in here. We're going to drizzle this with some olive oil. Right on the head.
Mm-hmm.
You want to try to get it in between as well. Of the cloves.
Yep, and we're deciding to make a couple of these because these actually refrigerate really well. After you pluck them and let them sit, they refrigerate super duper well, and they're really good. So now we just gotta put salt, sprinkle some salt on there, and add a little bit of salt here. And for this one,
we're just putting the little cover on.
I'll put the lid on here.
And it has its own little ear hole.
Yeah.
And this one here, we're making a nice little pouch.
Yeah, because the steam is going to help cook it as well, especially from the olive oil. And just make sure that, there's not spaces for tons of air to escape. If a little air escapes, it'll be all right. But. So now we're going to put these in a 400-degree oven for 90 minutes, and then we're going to come back and check on them.
Okay, we just took this out of the oven. We can't do a lot with it right now because it's boiling hot.
Yeah.
So be careful when you open your tin foil. You don't want to get a steam burn. So we'll have to let this cool down. Look how nice that looks. There's one of the garlics right there.
Can you show the other one if you could?
And this one.
And as you can see, it's just very nice. So yeah, we're going to let it cool, and then we'll be able to squeeze the garlic right out of there, and then we'll show you what you can do with it.
Okay, so we let our garlic cool down so we could pick it up with our hands. And what we're going to do is just to break the garlic apart, and most of the time it will just come out. You don't even really have to squeeze it. So all the leaves will break off, or the papers. I'm not sure exactly what you do call it. Although your hands are going to get a little yucky, so have a paper towel by your side.
Now, some of the nice thing about this, as I mentioned earlier, is basically you're going to be able to store this up to 2 weeks in the fridge. You can, if you put some olive oil in it, you can potentially even store it a little longer. What else? You can put it in the freezer up to a month, which is really great.
The smell of this is just delicious. I love garlic on anything, and having this smell of the roasted garlic is just, it's like heaven.
Yeah, and 1/4 of a cup of the frozen garlic is equal to 1 clove of garlic. So that's good stuff right there. But we're actually going to show you a couple applications that you can use with this roasted garlic, because you got it now and you're like, what can I do with it? We're going to show you a couple things you can do with it.
Okay, so this is all the cloves taken out of their skins. We did 3 heads. So some of this also that was a little darker and it's a little harder. Some people would toss that, but I don't. I like to keep it, and I'll use it like when I'm making beans and macaroni, or something that I just want to put the garlic on top, and I don't care that it's got a little bit of a harder surface. So what we're going to do today is we have about 1/4 of a stick here, a little bit more of butter, and softened butter, and we're going to just smash it down a little bit to make the butter garlic mixture for the garlic bread. So we're going to take some of the softer garlic, and I'm going to take a nice teaspoon of it. And smash it all inside here. Now this garlic, roasted garlic, would be delicious in mashed potatoes. You could actually put the roasted garlic in with a little bit of your milk and butter, mash it all up, and then add your potatoes and mash your potatoes in it.
Yeah, what my mom's going to be making here is a little bit of compound butter, which we'll show a full episode on how to make like compound butter and all that good stuff with various herbs and spices. So yeah, this would also be good if you're making compound butter to put on chicken, if you're cooking any chicken. We're just going to kind of show you the garlic.
Yeah, and actually with this, you could put this in one of the little small processors to make it like a paste. And usually the best place to store your garlic is in a glass jar, not a plastic. Okay, to this we're going to add a little parsley, a couple of shakes, a little bit of pepper, and you can add a little extra salt. Our butter was not unsalted, so I'm not going to add any extra salt to it. You could add some hot pepper flakes if you'd like.
Yeah, but if you wanted, you can totally add salt, if you, like my mom mentioned. But we use salted butter, so we're not going to bother.
But yeah, this here, if you put it in your little processor and make it into a paste, even better.
So now we're going to take our mixture here, our butter mixture, similar to like, think of it, this process is like a boars and cheese, like when we did that recipe a long while ago. Now we're just going to spread it on our bread here to make a really rich, deliciously garlicky butter or garlic bread. And yeah, we're not really using true Italian bread right now, but that's okay.
This kind of
There you go.
butter is great on top of chicken.
Yeah, oh god, yeah.
And instead of putting, you could add the garlic plus some rosemary, hot pepper flakes.
And now that we got all that on there, we're gonna add a little bit of cheese. And we're gonna throw that in a 400-degree oven for about 15 minutes.
Okay, so here is our toasted garlic bread. Doesn't that look delicious?
Yeah. Don't step away from it because you don't want anything to burn. This only took about 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes. Just due to the fact that we put it in the toaster oven and that it's only 2 pieces of bread. So if you were doing a whole loaf, that's a totally different story. Then that would probably take you the 15 minutes. So we're going to let this cool down and then we're going to eat it. All right, here's our roasted garlic bread. But if you could show the roasted garlic.
There's our garlic in the jar, and if you add some olive oil to it, just kind of like top it off, push it down, it'll and in the fridge it'll actually stay better.
Yeah.
One of the things I also wanted to tell you is a couple of years ago we made infused olive oil and gave it away as gifts. So we bought a little decanter. We had our extra virgin olive oil in it, and we used the roasted garlic in it. So you would, instead of, if you made this into a paste, you would use the whole cloves, the roasted cloves.
You just put the heads
and
in,
just drop them into the garlic. Just let it sit for about a week or longer. Beautiful, beautiful gifts. We did rosemary, we did sage, we
Red
did
pepper flakes.
hot red pepper flakes.
Roasted garlic with
Right.
garlic pepper. They're great gifts. So even if you make this and you can have it as gifts to give people for Christmas time and stuff, it's a terrific gift.
Or anytime.
Or anytime, exactly. Especially if people love olive oil.
Yeah.
Infused olive oils work terrific on the salad. But let's taste our garlic. I'm tasting it for the garlic flavor, not for anything else, okay? You know, it's the beauty of this. There's a lot of garlic flavor, but it's not like, you know how sometimes you get the garlic and it's kind of like bitter sometimes?
Yeah, pungent.
This is more like a sweet type of garlic because it kind of kicks that flavor away a little bit as it cooks longer. It's just delicious. Nothing like it. So roasted garlic, very simple to do. Help you try it, and it's got millions of different uses. So I've been Pete.
Let us know what you use it with.
Yeah, especially if you already do it, because it's a terrific thing to do. So I've been Pete, or Kenshin1913. You can purchase our aprons and our cookbooks at the store on the Etsy site. The link is in the video description and all over the place. But yeah, I've been Pete, Kenshin1913, along with
Mom,
this has been another Cooking with Kenshin1913.
enjoy and happy eating.